I've told this story once or twice before, but I remember being 18 years old in university and I started doing a bunch of Hamza habits. I was meditating, gratitude journaling, had a bunch of stuff all over my wall of motivational goals and quotes and whatnot. And I read a book for the first time, and that very book I read is just up there that I think will be just out of frame. The book was called The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss. And upon reading that book, I thought that's the life that I want. One that you don't have to work very often and you can work from your laptop and you can travel the world and do what you want when you want. And now at 23 years old, that's a life that I've achieved. And I'm gonna sit here today and tell you how that actually looks functioning on a day-to-day basis. Is it worth it? All your questions answered. I do it now, I work in remote sales, as a lot of people in the online space do seem to do. And I'm not going to get too much into the technicalities of sales itself. I'm going to compare more just the actual laptop lifestyle. First of all, does it live up to the hype? It's actually tricky to answer. What I would say is, I would caveat all of this by saying I'm specifically no happier than what I was when I was working a full-time in-person job. I'm no happier. But does that mean it's worse? No. Does that mean it's not better? No. Is it better? Yes. Objectively, my life is better. But honestly, I'm no happier. I'm not more fulfilled than when I wake up. I'm not more happy when I go to sleep. It's just A or B in regards to happiness. But objectively, it is better because I'm able to get more stuff done. I work on my own time frame and just, kind of obviously, it's better. I'm saying that as someone that wanted to get into this. So if you're in a 9-to-5 job and you want to be in a 9-to-5 job, it's probably not better for you. If you want to get into the laptop lifestyle, the digital nomad stuff, then it probably is better. But don't think you're going to be happier for it. That's the initial caveat that I will give. Now, how does my day actually look? I wake up about 9. I'll go to the gym. I go to a nice gym in the area. I'll go to the sauna, steam room, swimming pool, go to the gym itself. Get back whenever I get back, around about 11:30, 12. Do a couple of hours work. I probably work for like 4 or 5 hours a day. Then maybe I'll go into town, have a coffee, do some video planning at my local cafe, come back home, watch a TV series. I've just finished watching Better Call Saul. Then I'll go to bed at around about 11 p.m, midnight. That's honestly my day. I'm not happier for it. But it's better, yes, and I'm probably a bit more fulfilled. Would I say I'm more fulfilled? I would say I was more fulfilled in a 9-to-5. And I would say that I'm no happier now, but I would definitely choose this life. And this is not a video that's gonna shit on the laptop lifestyle, the digital nomadism. If you're considering it and you want to achieve it, absolutely do so. Because you're gonna have all the free time in the world that you want. You're gonna work around your own schedule and it's gonna be great for everything that you think it's gonna be great for. But it's not gonna be as great as what you think in those areas. Yeah, I can do what I want when I want, but the reality of that doesn't make me more happy or more fulfilled or anything as much as what you anticipate. So it's kind of weird because it's as good as what you expect, but don't expect to be as happy when you live it as what you expect now. The reason that you think it's going to be so good is because you have this contrast of your actual life. And your actual life, living it daily, you think that's going to be so much better because you won't have to live it daily, if that makes any sense. I've got a theory that your happiness baseline resets quite quick and your fulfillment baseline resets quite quick. So I think you could be living pretty much the worst life possible. And I think if you went to living your dream life, within 2 years, you're going to be as happy as what you were when you were living your comparatively bad life, just based on lifestyle factors alone. Obviously, like if you had health issues when you were living the crap life versus being completely healthy when you live in the good life, you're going to be more grateful for that now that your health is fine. But if objectively you're relatively in the same position, but it's just your lifestyle and everything else and your income that's changed, I don't think you're going to be much more happy when you're just working from your laptop being your own boss. Because I know people that are their own bosses that are as stressed, if not more stressed, than people who have a 9-to-5. But again, this isn't to deter you from wanting to do so. I would advocate for everyone who wants to be their own boss, have an online business, etc. I would advocate for you absolutely to do that. And I would say, stay as motivated as you are, because that motivation is what's going to allow you to achieve it. But the reality of living the life is just, in a weird way, and I know I keep saying this, but I want to say it in as many in as many ways and as many times as I can, because hopefully different angles will understand for you a bit more. It's really good, but not as good as what you expect. But at the same time, it will actually be exactly what you expect, because your happiness level and baseline adjusts to it. So my day to day, yeah, it's a Friday today, and I woke up not really knowing that. And the weekend, like, will just seem like a normal day today, apart from the fact that my family will be home. And then like Monday will seem like any other day, and like Wednesday I probably won't know what day of the week it is apart from my Google Calendar, etc. That's the reality of it. And the reality is, if I wanted to go to anywhere in the world today, I could. But again, I'm not happy for it, if that makes any sense. And that was always my dream when I was younger. Again, I go back to the 4-Hour Workweek by Mark Manson. Was it Mark Manson? Tim Ferriss? Tim Ferriss, I think, yeah. Go back to the 4-Hour Workweek, and he was talking about going off to like Costa Rica and paying like $900 a month and having the most amazing life and eating out 4 times a day, etc., etc. Now, why don't I do that? Truth be told, I've done a lot of that. I've done a lot of, well, this year I've been to 20 cities in the first 6 months. I've been to Bangkok, Singapore, Hiroshima, Tokyo, Cannes, Nice, Monaco, Dubrovnik, Mykonos, bunch of other places. I genuinely lose count. A bunch of European places, La Rochelle, Toulouse. And I don't say any of this to brag, because again, like, I'm not happier for it. But why don't I do the travel stuff then? Because when you travel enough, it kind of just, you do just want routine. You do just want to go back to kind of, well, personally, I want to go back to my home country. I have a pull back to England. The English countryside in the summer, for me, is like the best place to be. And you do need that routine to some extent. I'm a travel guy. I used to always get excited about going traveling, and I used to always want to experience the world and like go and see the pyramids, and I'll go and see like Hiroshima, where the first nuke was dropped in World War II, and blah, blah, blah. I wanted to go and see all of that, and I wanted to go experience all of that, as much as the human experience is what there is. But truth be told, again, I think it goes back to the happiness thing, where you do so much of that, and then your happiness baseline resets, and that becomes your baseline. And now doing more traveling doesn't make you happier. And so sometimes I guess it takes coming back home to reset the happiness baseline, to get back into a routine. So now your baseline is lower, and then you can go away and appreciate that stuff again. So do I think you can realistically travel all of the time? No. Do I think that the laptop lifestyle will make you happier than what you are right now? No. Do I think that it's as good as what you expect? Yes. And hopefully that makes sense. It's going to be as good as what you expect, but you won't appreciate it when you're there, because your baseline will reset to a lower level. But again, to round it up, is this better than the life that I had when I was working an in-person job at the cricket club, or as a waiter, or a barista? The things that I've done in the past. Is it better? Yes. Am I on a better trajectory for it? Yes. Am I a better person for it? Yes. But am I happier? No. And if you get that distinction, maybe you understand what I mean. The appreciation isn't there, but the objective result is that it is better. So should you push for it? Yes. Should you try and achieve it? Yes. And do I hope you get there? Yes. Now, hopefully that sums that up for you in relatively as concise way as possible. If you enjoyed this video, there'll be another one there. Do give that a watch if you haven't already, and I wish you a great rest of your day.